Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we're looking at Parasect, Alolan Sandslash deck. So, no energy deck that can actually deal so many damage. It is really unique. It is a rogue deck, and it is the deck that you can build for a couple bucks. The most expensive card in this deck is Jirachi, which is right now priced about $9 US, 10 depend where you look at. Maybe you can find it even cheaper. On CCG Castle, for example, 950, very good price. Yeah, I mean that's the most expensive card. But overall, the deck idea and the deck strategy with this deck is to hit with the Alolan Sandslash Spike Armor for 30 without energy. If you do that, if your opponent attacks Alolan Sandslash next turn, he's taking 6 damage counters back, even if the Sandslash is knocked out. And of course, if you have Shrine of Punishment, damage can be increased a little bit more, but the most important thing of this deck is Earringing Bell, which says that if the Pokemon with Earringing Bell is attached, to that Pokemon, even if it's knocked out, the Pokemon that attacks the Pokemon with the Earringing Bell is confused. And then Panic Spores between turns deal a little bit more of damage, and that's the strategy of the deck. Really cool deck list. I mean, really not sure what to say about it, because it is the deck that can attack without energies, and it can definitely be good. It can definitely bring some heat and win against heavily loaded GX decks, in my opinion, without too many problems. So what else we have on this deck list? We have one Ditto Prism Star, we have one Absol with Dark Ambitions, we have 3 Jirachis, and we have Mew with the Bench Barrier. Speaking about Pokemon cards, Pokemon lineup 4-4 Paras and Parasect, and 4-4 Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash as our only and main attacking Pokemon. Additionally, 4 copies of Custom Catcher. For setup, we have 4 Netballs, so we can search Paras, 4 copies of Communication, so we can trade any Pokemon for any other Pokemon, 2 copies of Gear 3.0. Really good card, because then with the Pokegear 3.0 we can actually try to find a way maybe to dig out that Koga's Trap, so we can also confuse our opponent Pokemon if we don't have a Ringing Bell. So for example, 1 Reset Stamp, 2 copies of Switch, as well as 2 copies of Escape Board, 2 Power Plants, and 2 Shrines of Punishments. Additionally, I'm running 1 copies of Brock's Grit, 4 copies of Cynthia, and then 2 of each Erika's and Lily for the draw support, 2 copies of Koga's Trap, and additionally, I mentioned it, 4 Ringing Bells. So theoretically, you can also consider maybe removing Brock's Grit, because sometimes I find myself in a position where I don't even need Brock's Grit, but sometimes you actually need it. If you decide to move Brock's Grit, you can tech 1 Lusami, so you can bring back those stadium cards and have even more power plants available. You can also grab stadium plus supporter card, for example Koga's Trap, but you can also decide to play maybe second Reset Stamp, which can also be very useful in this build. Overall, this is the deck list that I'm going to use in today's video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Also, let me know what you think about this deck list in the video description. So see you in the game. Alright, that's a really good hand. So there's Jirachi as the starting Pokemon, as well as Paras. So additionally I have Pokegear 3.0 that I'm not gonna use, because I'm looking forward to refresh my hand with a Cynthia. So yeah, we're gonna go with a Cynthia play here. I'm looking for much more Pokemons here, to be honest. So let me grab that Paras, but additionally I need to score big here with that Jirachi. Otherwise, I was looking for Pokemon Communication, but even Cynthia will be good. As it looks right now, it looks like I won't be able to attack next turn, so I'm not gonna even bother trying to play that Escape Board, or maybe I should. I'm not gonna do it because I don't know if my opponent is capable to actually put Zapdos in play and then hit me with a Zapdos. Since I have Power Plant in play, that's gonna be a very good thing to shut down abilities on my opponent GX Pokemons, which means that if he don't have Stadium to respawn my Stadium, he won't be able to use Zeraora, neither he's the Din GX, and that's a very interesting thing. And he also runs Power Plant, so the only available option for him will be to remove somehow my Power Plant. So Marshadow is a very good option. Or maybe he can search Stadium Nav with Volkner, and then if he gets heads in a coin flip, grab himself a Stadium card. So that's also one of the options here. And looks like that's gonna be the case. Alright. So there is a Stadium Nav, and unfortunately 2 tails on the coin flip, meaning that for now he will be locked. Luckily he has Switch, Energy, and my turn. Alright, so I managed to buy myself a turn here, which is a very important thing. And other than that, I'm gonna play my Cynthia. And I will start to put those Parasects in play. Alright, additionally, we're gonna put another Jirachi in play, and then right now I'm gonna play my Stellar Wish for Pokemon Communication, since I already used my supporter card for this turn. I'm gonna need to put that Ditto in play. Alright. And I can also play my Custom Catcher for 3 extra cards, so right now I'm feeling strong and comfortable retreating onto my Jirachi, maybe trying to find another Pokemon Communication. Even a Ringing Bell is not a bad option, but I don't think my opponent will be able to hit me here anyways. So I'm just gonna try to set another Parasect in play, and that's gonna be it for now. So it's not that I needed to put that Jirachi in play, but it's okay, we're doing fine. Alright, so I didn't wake up, and as long as the Power Plant is in play, well, there is a Bill Analyze. Maybe my opponent can find himself, well, Thunder Mountain Cynthia, there we go. If he have energy, if he can find himself an energy card, and he can full blitz me here, which is going to be a huge deal. And I'm also going to need to set another Sandshrew on the bench. Mew is not that necessary in this deck. It can prevent your bench from damage snipe, which is a good thing. Plus it can also prevent the bench from, you know, double prize from the Tag Ball GX. And my opponent again didn't find himself an energy card. That's so unlucky. Really it is. Alright, so I'm putting first Sandslash in play, and hopefully I can find myself a Switch or a Skateboard. So there is a Switch, there is a third Parasect in play. And with the Stellar Wish, I can grab a Ringing Bell. So a card I was actually looking for. I can't say that I didn't look for that card, because I was looking for that card. And of course, we're gonna go with another Stellar Wish. First, I'm gonna try to find myself a supporter card, and after that, I will try to find a Stadium with Stellar Wish. And I don't see the Stadium card, but I do see a Netball, which I'm gonna also use, so I can take my deck a little bit more. There is no Pokemon to be used. But of course, it's always good to use this card. So I'm hitting only for 30 with Spike Armor, which is not a huge amount of damage. But if we use that effect of the attack, which says that if my opponent damaged Alolan Sandslash, he's taking 6 damage counters, plus because of the Ringing Bell, he's taking 6 damage more between turns because of my Panic Spore ability. And that's 120 damage extra, which is really strong. As long as he's confused, that damage will be applied. So even if he knocks my Sandslash out, even if he somehow retreats, I can always use Koga's Trap and poison and confuse him, and also, you know, force him to take extra damage between turns. The downside about confusion for my opponent is also the fact that he needs to flip a coin. If he gets tails in the coin flip, he's not able to attack. He's taking 30 damage more, and that's a really bad scenario for him. So He just decided to pass the turn instead of dealing the damage. So right now it's actually time for the Coco's Trap. And we're gonna use that Spike Armor for extra 30 damage and extra 60 damage because of the poison and confusion between turns. So Panic Spores will knock my opponent Pikazakram out even if he don't want to attack. So he was locked from the third one because of that power plant. That power plant actually slowed down my opponent a lot. So he was really slow down because of the power plant in play. He was not able to play the Din. He also flipped 2 tails on the coin flip with the Stadium Nav. And right now I'm in a huge advantage because this Pikazakram looks like to be a knocked out. It's even risky to attack with him. But if I'm my opponent, I would definitely consider attaching energy and going with a full blitz. I mean, you really don't have nothing to lose here. You need to lose to full blitz and you need to get heads on the coin flip, otherwise your game is over. Alright, so even if he gets heads on the coin flip, he will be knocked out. But the important thing for him is the fact that he might... Okay, maybe he find himself 0 or a switch, so he can escape from the confusion. Yeah, maybe he can do that. Zapdos, an energy discard, so that energy can be attached somewhere for the Dean. I would probably consider putting that Zapdos on the bench, to be honest. And then going on with the energy attachment with the Dance of the Ancients, and then probably going on with the Dean GX, trying to maybe find possibly switch and some sort of... Oof, he flipped the tails on the coin flip. So, very close to be knocked out. I just need to pass my turn and he will be knocked out. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna switch onto my Jirachi since he is knocked out for sure. And I'm gonna grab myself one Erika's Hospitality so I can draw some extra cards. Actually, it was better option for me to go with Lily. Anyways, I can do that one more time. Pokecom, and I'm always looking forward to set my another Sandshrew in play for the following turn, and I can also maybe potentially find myself another pair of custom catchers. Not bad if I can do that. Alright, so I passed my turn, and Pikazakram is knocked out. Alright, so Panic Spores did a little bit more of damage. So there's another Paris. Shrine of Punishment, perfect, and victory. Alright, so game number 1, really slow start for my opponent. He was not able even to set up, and we took the game number 1, so we're gonna move to the game number 2, just looking forward to see the cards in my opponent deck. So he played only 1 copy of Switch, actually 3 copies of Switch he played. So he plays 3 copies of Switch, but he was not able to find 1, and that's the GG. Alright, let's do it. Jirachi starting Pokemon. Alright, looking good. Looking definitely good because I have Pokegear 3.0, I have Pokemon Communication, plus Netball, Custom Catcher, and 2 Stadium cards, and also very nice top deck. Alright, so I'm gonna grab myself first Paris and put him in play. I'm gonna go with a Power Plant. Additionally, with 1 Pokegear 3.0, I was very afraid to hit Erika's Hospitality, I really need to be honest. Stellar Wish into the Lily. That's a little bit better, definitely. Because you really want to have an extra draw supporter available. Additionally, there is 1 Jirachi. There is a way to change my Sandslash into the Ditto Prism Star. So I can choose between going into the Parasect or maybe into the Sandslash, Stellar Wish number 2. And it is just a Ringing Bell and Communication, and none of these two cards I'm going to use. So I'm just going to pass my turn. I should actually grab that Communication because I could play Shrine, Switch, Custom Catcher. Okay, that was a mistake, but never mind. I was maybe hoping not to be able to play Erica's Hospitality, so... Alright, let's see. There is a Rowlet and Alolan Executor GX. Energy. Alright, and Lily. Okay, so that was pretty much it. Because of the power plant, I can assume that my opponent was not able to basically play anything else extra. Alright, so we have Sandslash. Additionally, I can also grab another Paras and set him in play. But I think I'm gonna go for a one Parasect. So I can have also Parasect set up in play. Stellar Wish into Netball, perfect. Right now I can grab myself an extra Paras. Set him on the bench. Just gonna check out if I have another copy of the skateboard available in my deck. The answer to that question is yes, I have. Time to retreat and time to use my Spike Armor for 30. So if Kartana attacks, it will be knocked out. Okay, so what do we have here? Dweeble, Pheromosa, and Buzzwole. Alright. Some strange things going on the other side. So, alright, I'm not sure in which... actually, Dweeble can evolve into the... What's the name of that card? Crustle? Something like that. Yeah, it is Crustle. Okay. With a Fury Cutter. Flip 3 coins if one of them is heads, 40, 80, or 150. Depends on how many heads you can get on the coin flip. Alright, so I'm gonna need Koga Strap for sure. And additionally, I can just use my Spike Armor, hit for 30, and basically end my turn. Alright, so there's a Caterpie with the Poopade ability, which says that once in your turn you might flip a coin if you can search your deck for a card that evolves. Okay, so you can basically evolve into Metapode, and then Metapode can evolve into Butterfree. And then I'm not quite sure what Butterfree can do, so I'm gonna find that out really soon after my opponent uses that Super Growth to so there is a How in addition to that. Many cards in my opponent's hand. One copy of... Okay, so he also plays Meganium. Nothing too competitive in this matchup, unfortunately. But at least you're gonna see the potential of this deck and how this deck actually works. So there is a Koga's Trap, and we're gonna go with a Spike Armor this time, hitting for 30 and applying 20 more damage counters for the confusion between turns, as well as 10 for the poison. But the most important thing is that his Rowlet and Alolan Executor tag team are actually confused, and if they decide to attack, they need to take 3 damage counters in case of the Tails of the Coin Flip. So there is a Butterfly. Search your deck for 3 basic energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Alright, so we can say that this Butterfree can work with a Crustle, and that can be some sort of the rogue deck as well, but it takes too much time for the setup in my opinion. And that Crustle attack is nothing too special. It's not. So there is a switch, and we're gonna see 30-30 with the Jet Punch. Not the smartest idea in the world, because right now he's taking the Confusion, plus 60 damage from the Spike Armor, and then 20 from the Confusion between turns. That's gonna cost him a lot. So what I'm gonna try to find out here right now, after I throw that Pokegear out, with the Erika's Hospitality, I will try to find... Okay, I was trying to find a way to get another Parasect in play, but that didn't happen. So I can just Spike Armor once again. Okay, I was hoping for another Parasect, so he can take 40 instead of the 20 between turns. Yeah, it is important, but I didn't find it. Really, never mind, because I have Cynthia available, and there's Gardenia, so yeah, you can heal 8 damage counters from one of your grass Pokemon. So, so far, those heavily loaded HP tag team Pokemons, yeah, they're doing the good job here. And he even flipped the Hazard Coin Flip. You gotta be kidding me. So I'm gonna lose my Jirachi, which is a good thing because my opponent will take a 1 price card, but in addition to that, he will allow me to set another Parasect in play, which is gonna be extra damage between turns because of the confusion. So that was actually a very good thing that he flipped the Hazard Coin Flip. So I'm gonna need Parasect as fast as possible. And again, I couldn't find one. So only thing I can do is I can just hit for 30, take 20 more between turns because of the confusion. Yeah, next turn he's knocked out. If he decides to attack with a Pheromosa and Boswell, then he will lose 3 prize cards. And potentially I can win at my next turn, especially if he decides to promote Rowlet and Alolan Executor in the active position. Alright, Grimsley. Move up to 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one. Okay, so he's looking forward to set up another knockout, technically. Not gonna happen, I think. Especially if he decides to go with the Elegant Soul for the knockout. I would probably consider doing that. Actually, I wouldn't. I would probably just pay the retreat cost and take the knockout with the Calming Hurricane. So yeah, there we go. There's the knockout. 3 prize cards for me, Jirachi, then I took another Sandslash, and I need Parasect, but I can't find one, so reset stamp in addition to that. It is my turn, and the top deck is Communication, so finally something that I can actually use. And finally I can set my Parasect in play. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna throw one reset stamp, since there is already Power Plant in play. I'm thinking about using that Koga's Trap, so I can confuse and poison that Rowlet, and then use Spike Armor, hit for 30 more, and force my opponent to take 50 damage between turns, which means that if he decide to attack this turn with the Rollet and Alolan Executor, he will be knocked out because of the Spike Armor and Confusion between turns. So 110 damage counters is the amount of the damage that he will take, and he can't because, okay, he can't pay the retreat cost with the escape board, and then he can simply use triple charge and search his deck for 3 basic energy cards and attach them to one Pokemon in any way he likes. That's okay. Everlane. Alright. I mean, I need to pay the credit for my opponent. Unfortunately, he don't have the most competitive deck. But the problem with TCGO these days is that I'm just getting non-competitive decks on TCGO. So I don't know why is that going on. Maybe there is some weird algorithm that says that you need to play often and take victories so you can go in the upper bracket or something like that. I mean, the problem is that I win most of the games that I play, but also the truth is that I don't play that much TCGO that I did play like maybe a year ago, because, you know, I have so many other things that I need to do, but I'm still making the videos, and I really don't want to, you know, shut down my channel. And I also really like it, and I really enjoy playing the game. So also I really like to create the new content and share it with the other players around the world. Yeah, I was very close, but not enough. Shrine of Punishment, Air Ringing Bell, can go somewhere, but if I throw another custom catcher, wouldn't change things dramatically, so at least I can put 10 damage between turns with the Shrine of Punishment. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Oh yeah, I like that Tropical RGX. Jenin, look at the top 4 cards. Put 2 of them in your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Alright, I still prefer Hapu. I think that the Hapu is the future search card when we lose Jirachis. Jirachis are the team up. There is a very good chance that team up will go out of the rotation. And once that happens... Oh, is this a GG? Yes, it is. The moment my opponent attacks me, he's taking 100 damage counters back. So he can definitely heal 30 with the Claiming Hurricane. So he won't be knocked out at this turn, but at the end of my turn, he will be knocked out. So I don't even need to attack. So he took 30, then 60, and then, you know, 40 more, and then 10 from the Shrine. And that's so many damage that this is just unreal. And all I really need to do is just pass my turn, and then Shrine, and of course Confusion will finish the job and allow me to take 2 prize cards for the game. And that's the GG. So yeah, 2 victories in a row. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this really cool deck list. Stay tuned for more videos. We'll see you next time. So have a nice day and goodbye.